pretty cool. Good song. Okay, so here's the deal. Oh man. When I first started making this documentary, I had different options. I had the option of putting with my flip cam to post things to Facebook, to post things to Twitter, or to post things to YouTube. And I didn't have a YouTube account back then. And I thought, well, you know, since I'm on Facebook and I'm trying to get people involved in what I'm doing, I'll start posting all of my videos onto Facebook. And what ended up happening was I would run out of space and the files were too large and I didn't have an external hard drive at that time to save and to transfer. Hang on. Win factor. Screw the X factor, dude. Okay. I didn't have... It just seemed easy to me to put everything on Facebook because when I was using my Flipsure cam, all I had to do was post a video and then I would click on it and it would link me up to all of the videos that I had posted from the very inception, you know, all the way to recent. And then something happened where they decided they weren't going to make these cameras anymore. And I went to my library one day to look at the 1,200 plus videos that I had made that were awesome, that I could never, ever, ever capture some of these things and know these things and say these things and show these things again. Come to find out that when you look on your timeline, there's only a certain amount of things, I don't know if they're chosen randomly or what, that show up on your timeline. And I just about freaked because there were only 32 or 36 videos that were collected and housed underneath my video section of my Facebook profile. And I used to tell people on Facebook, you know, you need to watch these videos because one day they're not going to be there. And lo and behold, they're not there. And I'm extremely frustrated. I feel like in a large way I need to start over. And then sometimes I think of how hard starting over and going through another year and a half of accumulating videos. I mean, this stuff was good. It was secrets and mysteries and answers to everything that you guys really need to sustain yourself on this planet. And I can't jump in and chime in now and pick up where I am at this point of the documentary now because everything prior to that, the stories and discussions and crying and worshiping and doing and saying and all these things that, you know, about my pregnancy and how my son came into the world and you know, the mental health system and what I dealt with them and getting my blood drawn and showing those images, and it's all gone. And I've been trying to figure out exactly why it is that God wanted to take all that away. I don't know if it's because this project would have been so huge when you add in all of the audio stuff that I have. I don't know. Maybe it's something that he wanted a select few people to be able to see before he decided to take it away. And for those who have missed it, you missed it. I called Mel Gibson and I said, dude, you're missing it. You got to get up here with a film crew. You guys, give me 3 weeks in this town. Give me 3 weeks. And I went and I showed people picking up garbage, putting down presents, taking pictures, doing things with Christopher, and it's gone. And I didn't know that that's how Facebook worked. I had always assumed that since nothing had ever gone away. Well, when they stopped working, Facebook quit working with Flipcam, all of a sudden, all my stuff's gone. Do I fault Facebook? To a degree, because I wish they would have let people know that's how it was going to work, but it's my fault, ultimately, for not backing everything up and figuring out a way to store everything. I just made assumptions that I shouldn't have. And for that, I have a whole plethora of videos that I was getting ready to start pulling out and reposting for people to see. And maybe that's just the whole thing. Maybe God just wants me to just stop. And once I let go and I start filming again and continuing on this because I thought I was at the end, maybe the stuff will be better. And maybe the clips will be shorter. And for whatever reason, he's going to take what's left and make something out of it. And maybe that's it. Maybe he's trying to tell me, take one little part, Angela, of the last 8 years and make something with that. Try to make a product. Try to find someone to help you. But it still blows my mind, and it makes me want to cry when I think of how much work and sacrifice my son and I went through. I don't know. To have hundreds of hours just gone. I don't know. So I guess I'm going to start over because there are people that never really got to see what I have been doing for the last 8 years. In my previous clips, every single night I would come to the Texaco station in Ocean Park, Washington. It's the only gas station here. This is a town comprised of about 1,500 people. It's a very small little area. If you travel southbound, you'll hit Long Beach, which is the tourist area of the peninsula. Then you get down into Seaview and then Ilwaco, and you end up down at a port. This Texaco station here is a separate parking lot from what is just across the way over there. Directly due east is Jack's Country Store. The payphone's there, which I will start taking you guys to again, since I'm redoing all of this, is where I have left gifts for since 2006. Pioneer Market and the payphones over there is typically where I would leave really great gifts. And I'll talk about this in another clip, but somebody actually freaked out because there was a stuffed animal by a payphone and they had to call the cops to see if there was a bomb in it. And that, my friends, you know, you guys are so freaking fearful. You talk about walking by faith and not by sight, but you don't. You talk about how all, you know, Christ can strengthen you and you can do anything, but you do nothing with that. You talk about, oh, knock and seek and all this Matthew 7:7 stuff, and you never hear Revelation 3:20, which is about, I will knock on your heart and on your door. And if you open up, I will come in and dine with you. I will manifest inside of you. You will become me, for you will die and Christ will be. And maybe this documentary is just going to be short and to the point and a lot bitchy-er than the last stuff. Because I'm having to repeat myself. And if enough people would have watched the videos in the first place when I started posting them over a year and a half ago and following what it was that I was trying to do, I wouldn't have to come back through and do all of this again. So irritated, hell yeah. Defeated, no. So here we are. I always come to Pump 7. This is where I would always leave a gift on top. And I used to look through the garbage cans, just kind of, you know, kind of look in there, because the people that used to come out and do stuff out here had these really beautiful, huge lavender latex gloves, and I need gloves for my art projects. And so before they would empty the garbage cans out, and then there would be things, you know, I found a lamp in here. I have found all kinds of things in garbage cans, and I don't really reach into them so much. In my other videos, I talk about the different gloves that I use for whatever it is that I'm wanting to do. You don't just reach into a garbage can. There could be needles in there. There could be all kinds of things. But I have, occasionally, I'll get a feeling, and one time I dug all the way to the bottom of that garbage can there, and inside the exterior wrapping was dog food, and there was a little pet right inside there that I kept and gave to another animal. So there's all these great things that I did, and I guess there's going to be more great things that we have to do, and maybe God's way of saying it's not over is to have me start again. So anyway, let's